Immediately after the Club Q shooting, they started the finger pointing, right? You heard who's to blame for it. Libs of TikTok, Tucker Carlson, anyone who's ever said groomer, anyone who's ever been concerned about kids going to shows where they're shoving dollar bills and G strings and so forth. Those people, those bad people on the internet are who's to blame for this person who decided to commit an act of violence against LGBTQ plus people. So then, plot twist, that person who did the shooting identifies as an LGBTQ plus person. And whoa, CNN, you got to see it. I'll show you. It is tragic when people die. You know, what can I say? Mass shootings are bad, but some things happen around mass shootings that can be kind of humorous, really. And that's the level it got to on CNN. And by the way, just a piece of trivia, there was another mass shooting that happened after the Club Q shooting, and there were more casualties. It was at a Walmart. You might not have heard about it. Let me show you the suspect for that case and tell you that you're not going to be hearing anything else about it. So let me go back to the important shooting, which is the one against the LGBTQ plus people, and show you that they really did. I mean, they really did. They'll say they didn't, but they really did blame Libs of TikTok and Tucker Carlson. And when I say they, Brandy Zadrozny is a they who works, I'm sorry, a she, but she's with the they. It's confusing. Pronouns, it's confusing because we say they, you know, they're trying to sexualize our children, people will say. But also, people say, oh, I identify as they. So I'm going to try to get my pronouns exactly right in this video. So Brandy Zadrozny, she, her, said that Libs of TikTok and Tucker Carlson are to blame. And that is actually blood libel, believe it or not. Blood libel. So let me play that clip just so you know it's real.
Brandy, explain that when you hear that, your reaction to it, and then kind of walk us through how rhetoric online, rhetoric from politicians can ultimately trickle down into real life and seeing examples of what happened over the weekend.
Yeah, the response is heartbreaking. I mean, it's a group of marginalized, vulnerable people who are disproportionately the victims of these sort of hate crimes, who are just simply saying, please stop making money and gaining political power on our backs and on violence against us. And seemingly the answer from everybody is no, we won't stop that because it's too politically expedient, or it makes us too much money and we don't want to, or we don't know how. I've been following this since about March and April. We follow, online hate trends, I guess. And since April and March, really the LGBT community has been the main focus of this hatred. There is a pipeline. It starts from some smaller accounts online, like Libs of TikTok. Accounts. It moves to the right-wing blogosphere, and then it ends up on Tucker Carlson, or it ends up out of a right-wing politician's mouth. And it's a really dangerous cycle that does have real-world consequences.
That's right. People literally are dead now, according to Brandy Zadrozny, because of people like, she says, small accounts. You can measure Libs of TikTok's account versus Brandy Zadrozny's account and decide who has the small account. Responsible, though, literally, for people dying. And now there has been no motive announced by the police still. And as far as I know, he hasn't been charged with a hate crime. They call it biased crime in Colorado. He may have been motivated. We don't know. I mean, that's the truth. We don't know. I'm not going to say I do. But I will say, when I first heard about it, I thought, wonder if he's gay, because a lot of times people commit acts of violence against, people who are like them. So I thought to myself, well, maybe this person, maybe it turns out they're LGBTQ, and then it turns out they are. And not only that, the dad is a nut job. So who's to blame? Is it Libs of TikTok? Is it Tucker Carlson? Or is it this guy's dad who is who was relieved when he found out that even though his son had shot up a gay bar, he actually wasn't gay. So his dad is like super homophobic, and he learned it apparently from his Mormon faith, which you can't talk about. Mormons are not into the gays. They've done conversion therapy. They didn't recognize gay marriage, I think, until 2019. So they've been historically. So you could blame lots of different things. I mean, and this guy is a real character. So the shooter changed his name so that he wouldn't be associated with this gentleman who apparently had a meth problem, porno star, says he's a conservative Republican. I'm not sure conservative Republicans would let him keep his membership card, considering the stuff he's into. But anyway, this is him talking about how he was relieved to find out that even though his son shot up a gay bar, he wasn't gay. But the jury's out. I'm telling you, he could be. Wouldn't be weird. I'll play this.
There was a shooting involving, multiple people.
Right.
And then they were on to find it's a gay bar.
Yeah, right. And
I was like, oh my God, is he gay? As a scared, oh my God, shit, is he gay? And he's not gay. So it's
well, you guys had conversations about that. You were.
Oh yeah,
you told him. Yeah, you were adamant that gay is bad.
Happening. I'm a Mormon. I'm a conservative Republican, and we don't do gay. Gay. We don't do gay.
Yeah.
I can't get answers from the attorneys really, but they're saying that some of these, it's involving a gay bar or some shit. I don't know. I don't know what the heck you did. We have a gay bar. I don't know what's going on.
Well, he's accused of going on a mass shooting at a gay bar and killing 5 people.
Colorado.
Okay, well, that's shit. If he's accused of doing that, I'm surprised he's not gay. I could say that, but he's not gay. There's a shooting involving,
So literally, the guy just found out that his son shot up a gay bar, and his response is, "Oh, I'm glad he's not gay." So just imagine. I don't know. I am a conspiracy theorist. I'll confess to that. So my conspiracy theory is that he is queer, really. And not only that, if somebody identifies as non-binary, then to say that they're not, I believe, is to deny their existence. And you really can't do that. So I'm going to say, if this 6'7", 300-pound mass shooter, that's what his dad said about him, or about them, says they're non-binary, then who am I to say? In fact, I'm not calling for a Holocaust on trans people like this trans person seems to do on CNN. So this is the clip I wanted to play for you. I had to give you the intro for the rest. This is when they found out that this mass shooter, who is bigoted and everything else, and learned about hatred on the internet because of Tucker Carlson, turns out that they identify as non-binary, which is real, which is totally real. And this person, who, as you can tell, is a lady, says that's not real. So this lady, I'm afraid to tell you, is a bigot. I'll play the clip. I was shocked. I was shocked that this would be on CNN. But this is what happened when they found out. They, being the plural of her, in this case, 2 females, they. That is, the plural part is confusing, right? Yeah, that was the first problem I had, but I've gotten used to it, you can say. But not this person. I'll play the clip. Shocking, though, this kind of bigoted speech on CNN.
Natalie, when we started the show, we got a little bit of news earlier that the attorneys for the shooter are now saying that the shooter is non-binary, and the shooter would like to use the pronouns they, them. And this is for the court in all court papers. And that's what Anderson Aldrich's attorneys are saying. Do you have any thoughts on that?
I think that's complete ludicrous. I believe they're just saying that because they want to have the easy way out on this. That's really, really offending, especially being a transgender woman myself, that a male, which it was obvious with the mugshot, that's a man, that's not a non-binary person, because in no way, shape, or form could they appear as a woman the next day. It's really offensive to even hear that they're playing that role. And if they're non-binary, why would you go after the club where you feel safe at? Why would you do that to a community where you are welcomed in if you are non-binary?
Excellent question.
There you go. Not non-binary because it's definitely a man. And I'm looking at this woman and thinking, I'm looking at a bigot, someone who's literally calling for the extermination of non-binary people by saying that this non-binary person is not real. I'm here to say non-binary people are totally real. I don't understand it. And sometimes if we use that standard, I'm afraid, it's not going to go well for people like Rachel Levine and Leah Thomas and Elliot Page. I mean, really, if we applied that standard, it would be very difficult for me to say that Elliot Page is not a very small woman and that Leah Thomas is not, a like imposing man. It'd be hard for me to say that if I used that bigoted way of thinking, which of course I don't, because I've learned you can't deny the existence of trans people. If this person says they're non-binary, then we must accept that they're non-binary. So thanks for watching the show. I hope you're having a good Thanksgiving. If you want to pick up one of these for a discount for Black Friday, go to our website, truthclothing.io, put in coupon code THANKS, and you'll get 25% off almost everything at the store and free shipping on orders over $60. Okay, so that's the news. Enjoy your turkey, and that's what it is.